Welcome back, everyone, to the Irish Furian. I am the Irish Furian. Okay, so I see the odd, what would you say, the odd comment online to in responses to things I say about, we say, Islam, and uh, and that I'm not solely against it. Uh, because I say that because I believe that a lot of what we have picked up about Islam is through the lens of the media, and we all know how the media is controlled. Now, that's not to say there haven't been incidences where there has been a clash of aesthetics and understandings and principles when people come from other countries that are Islamic en masse into the West. Obviously, that's an issue, but that's immigration. So the point I want to make in this video really quickly is that the problem is not Islam, right? The problem is not Islam. The problem is immigration. You must focus on immigration, okay? Listen, in other parts of the world, those peoples evolved under Islam in their countries. It worked for them. I don't know what the number is again, but I think it's over a billion, 1 point something billion people in the world, maybe more. I'm completely wrong, but it's in the billions anyway. People in the world are Muslims. And that's not because it doesn't work for them. It's because it does work for them. Uh, so it can't be wrong for them en masse. Um, I know there's a lot of people that haven't gone far enough down the line that they still think living in a morally free society is the way to go, and that you can sexually do anything you want, and that is ultimate freedom. And I get that a lot of people haven't moved past that point yet. That is not where freedom lies. That is where control lies. You are controlled through and you're a slave through your desires and your passions. Okay. Um, Overarching patriarchal religious systems like Christianity and Islam created freedom from that. I know it sounds contradictory. I know unless you actually finally help work on it to get it to click in your mind why that is, I can understand the cognitive dissonance, and that's fair enough. But so like I'll give you another example. Okay, so you're worried about Islam coming into Ireland. You're worried about Islam coming into Ireland, right? Yeah, and yeah, it's not for us. It's not part of our evolved history. Okay, but you're worried about Islam coming into Ireland. In 2018, 12,000 Brazilians and 7,000 Indians came into Ireland, right? What's the difference between sexy Brazilians, a Brazilian, yeah, yeah, charming Brazilian people, charming, good-looking, Brazilian folk, charming Irish women, charming Irish men, and then breeding with them and ending the Caucasian, ending the Irish ethnicity, ending the Caucasian racial heritage that solely came from our line up along here in this land, right? And okay, so your instinct is to fight against that, okay? As a nationalist person who has strong in-group preference and preference for your own ethnicity and peoples, right? Okay, fine. What's the difference between 12,000 Brazilians coming in here and breeding with the Irish, and then that being the future line for the Irish? What's the difference between that and 12,000 Muslims coming in here and that being the line going forward for the future of Ireland? You know, like okay, so Islam has a stronger in-group preference, and you won't get to breed with Muslims unless you become a Muslim. Fair enough, all right. But that is still possible if you convert to being Muslim. You can still, but those are still foreign ethnicities, as are the Brazilians. So what's the difference? Where's the difference? What's the difference? One has strict control over female sexuality and will not ever be usurped or inverted, and there won't be feminism rampant through it, spouting out saying that bring the borders down, all migrants welcome, we welcome in refugees, and constantly having your people usurped and your borders dissolved because of pathological female altruism. Now, I know not all women are like that. I get that. But that's where the difference is, okay? Islam has strict control over that and that will never happen to them. Okay? They have that lockdown. So did Christianity up until 34, 50 years ago in Ireland, all right? Now you see what's happened once that the key has been unlocked and women can freely shake their ass beside their boyfriends out in public. And there's no control over that. Okay, so that is your passions lead to your own slavery. Your the moral degradation of your tribe leads to less control and easier manipulation by marketing forces. Okay. Again, I want to get around to my point here. That what's the difference between 12,000 Muslims and 12,000 Brazilians coming into Ireland? Everybody's people who are frightened of Islam are all kind of up in arms about Islam. Oh, Islam, Islam, Islam. But you've still got the sexy Brazilians over here breeding and mating with the Irish and changing the racial and ethnical makeup of the Irish into that line in the future. What's the difference?